Yo, what's up, everybody? It's me, Destiny, at Simply Destiny Unique, and I wanted to just check in with everyone. I know that our spirits are going through a lot. We are definitely being attacked mentally, spiritually, and many of us physically. And those of us who are not experiencing the brunt of the physical attack, it still affects our body because it affects our nervous system, and it causes us to operate in ways that are abnormal, ignore feelings just so we can survive and get from one day to the next. But I want to encourage you to just slow down and to feel what's happening. And understand that what happened to Brother George in Minnesota, what happened to Eric Gardner, what happened to Trayvon, what happened to, the other sister where they walked in her house and killed her while she was sleeping. None of this shit is normal. And we should not have to normalize it. It is used as a weapon on social media. Our timelines are flooded with this bullshit. Our televisions are flooded with this bullshit. As if the killing of Black people is entertainment. But it has been in this country for a really long time. White people used to go to lynchings as an activity. They would watch Black men and Black women hang from trees, bring their children, and watch them die. This was a pastime. And it wasn't like 500 years ago. It was like 80 years ago. Those babies, those kids, they used to go to those, they're still alive. And they had children. And their children had children. And those ideologies and that spirit is still here. And it's still in positions of power. We think the coronavirus is a virus. Racism, sexism, those are viruses that humanity has never really took seriously enough to kill it, to find the antidote. So we're still dealing with a sickness that has been infecting people in this country and around the world for a very long time. We can no longer be silent. We can no longer allow this to happen. When this world opens back up, we have to come with different tools. We can't allow the planet to go under the same amount of destruction. And we can't allow the women to endure the same amount of destruction. We can't allow our babies to endure the same amount of destruction. We can't allow our men to endure the same amount of destruction. This energy that has had everyone on their knees must go. We have power. We are and never will be powerless. We cannot continue to operate in that capacity. Know that you are powerful. So I encourage you to speak your truth. Open up that mouth and speak. Release any tension or tightness that is in your throat. Open it up. Sing. Open it up. Whatever you need to do to release that sound, to release what is stuck here that you need to say, that your ancestors need to say, whatever vibrations you need to put out there to change what's going on, we must begin and never stop. We have to be consistent. I was reading, because I'm becoming really interested in Tibetan Buddhism, and I've been reading the I Ching because I am doing some work on my human design chart. And I was reading about the graph of 43, the hexagram, I believe that's what they call it. And it said it's removal. And it says, when increase continues unceasing, it is inevitably removed. And when increase reaches a climax, it stops after removal. Logically, there is no such thing as constant increase. When increase goes on, it is invariably removed. So removal follows increase. When you think about capitalism, when you think about people like Jeff Bezos and how he has so much money, he can never spend it all in many lifetimes. That is a increase that continued to grow. It did not cease. But according to the I Ching, that can't happen. It is going to stop because it is completely out of alignment of how spiritual principles work. It says, when petty people are in power and the way of the enlightened cannot overcome them, how could it be possible to openly use the right way to remove the petty? Therefore, the enlightened remain concealed, awaiting the right time, gradually planning a way to remove them. Now that the petty people have waned and weakened, and the path of the enlightened is flourishing, it is appropriate to openly carry it out in public court, let people clearly know what is good and bad. Therefore, the text says, removal is brought to the royal court. Sincerity means having a true intent. A directive is a command to the masses. Though the path of the enlightened may be strong, one dare not forget caution and preparedness. Therefore, complete truthfulness calls for directing the masses to know that there is still a dangerous path ahead. We are in a very interesting time, and things are happening and shifting. We need to become more intentional in this shift. The spirits are on our side. We just have to believe it and act accordingly. And it's going to come with you no longer being silent, but opening your mouth and speaking, singing, protesting, writing songs, poems. Let the energy begin to flow out of you. So let's start with our throat chakra. Great Spirit, Mother, Father, Creator, as we come before you, sitting in the presence of the all-knowing, that first energy force that created all life on this planet, that which we all are created and connected to. Giving thanks for the light beings that are providing direction, wisdom, and knowledge. Standing firmly and coming against the spirit of jealousy that rots the heart of the people. Standing firmly and tearing down and eliminating, coming against the spirit of hate that rots the heart of the people. But we know hate is a symptom of a fragile spirit, misguided, misinformed, broken, immature, spirit that suffers from insecurity and jealousy and false pride. And ego. Hate is a symptom cleanse the heart. Cleanse the mind. Jealousy. Step down. Step down. Insecurity. Step down. Wisdom. We call you to the front. Discretion. We call you to the front. Forgiveness. Come forward. Justice, balance, equity, come forward. We dismantle the foundation of hate. It is no longer serving the people. You are causing harm. We release you and let go. This is not a prayer to cover up the pain. This is not a meditation to pretend that everything is all right. But it is one to remind us that we are not only battling flesh and blood, but also spirit. And to understand the foundations of evil, of hatred, we must first tackle those things within ourselves. Continue to grow toward the path of enlightenment, to continue to walk the path of enlightenment. And to know that that road is filled with uncertainty, but we are given tools to manage it with balance and with grace. Rest in peace, my dear brother. We're gonna figure this out sooner than later. Enough is enough. And we've had enough. But this time, we will move with intention. We will be prepared. And we will move at higher consciousness. And the light will guide us. We will not allow ourselves to be consumed by low vibrations. It is time to vibrate higher. Rest in peace, Brother George, Brother Ahmad, all the brothers and sisters who lost their lives prematurely to police violence, neighborhood violence, domestic violence. We must cleanse ourselves, continue to work on ourselves, and to continue to speak our truth and to stand up for what's right without ceasing. Ashe. Namaste.